Hey everyone, slightly different view today. Welcome back. I am Angela and this is Triple Goddess Soapery. Today I am going to bring you a video for the spring equinox, otherwise known as Ostara. It is a beautiful soap scented in sandalwood and a little bit of patchouli, and I have created this soap to represent Ostara, and we will talk a little bit about that and what the pagan holiday is and the rituals and all that good stuff. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, we're just gonna jump right in like usual and make this soap. This is Ostara. This soap is based on the spring equinox, one of the pagan holidays, which is called Ostara. It generally takes place right around March 20th each year, and it is it's significant because it signifies the beginning of spring, the beginning of lighter days. Well, not the beginning, but that time when you really start noticing that the days are getting longer and the days are getting warmer. It's literally and figuratively a time when you plant seeds for the future, and this is basically the time when gardeners like me get excited because you can start putting some of your stuff outside and getting ready for spring and summer. Some of the symbols of Ostara are colors like green, pink, and blue, which is one of the reasons I chose blue as my color for this soap. And some of the stones are aquamarine, amethyst, rose quartz, and adventurine also came up. Amazonite as well. And that is the reason I chose Amazonite, because not only is it representative of Ostara, but it's such a beautiful stone and it really went well with my color scheme. Some of the symbols of Ostara are rabbits, eggs, spring flowers, lambs, clover, baskets, daffodils, crocus, tulips, and basically all the symbols of spring. One of the reasons that I chose Amazonite to go on top of my soap is because it's so beautiful, and there are some supposed physical and mental and emotional healing properties of the stone. Now, take all this with a grain of salt. I am not a gemologist, and I'm also not an expert in the healing properties of stones, but it is said to balance thyroid problems, help cells regenerate, soothe anxious thinking, and help with healing past trauma. It can connect with the throat chakra and taps into intellectual and intuition. And all things being equal, it really is just beautiful. So that is just a little glimpse into Ostara, one of the 8 pagan holidays on the Wheel of the Year. If you want more information, I do encourage you to look online because there's a massive amount of information out there, and it's quite fascinating reading the history of the different pagan holidays and some of the just the history behind where things come from. It's fascinating. I find it fascinating anyway. Alright, so back to the soap. I have poured my, now that everything's been mixed together, I've poured my batter into my 3 colors, and I've just added a little bit of titanium dioxide that was mixed up in some water just to whiten up my base. And we're just going to blend up the 3 colors, and I'm going to do an in the pot swirl. And I think that it turns out really, really, really well in this soap. It just looks so nice. And for those of you with a keen eye, you may see the tattoo on my wrist. This is the symbol for the triple moon goddess. The symbolism is the maiden, the mother, and the crone, the 3 aspects of the divine feminine. So we have the maiden in the first phase of life, the mother in the second phase, and the crone in the third. And I am 46 years old, so I am heading towards that crone stage, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm loving it. It is, it's definitely my favorite of the 3 phases of my life so far. Alrighty, we got everything all blended, and we're just gonna get everything into the pot, and we're gonna get it poured. And I will look up what color micas I'm using in this, and I will link them below for you in case you're interested. And I don't know if I said it, I may have said it in the introduction, that the fragrance oil that I'm using is a sandalwood fragrance oil, but I also added a little bit of patchouli. So it is what I would consider a bit of a masculine fragrance, but and honestly, I wasn't sure that I liked it when I first made the soap, but as the soap has cured and mellowed, it is nicer. I do quite like it now. And I think that the more masculine scent really does fit the coloring of the bar, which is one reason that I did not add any eco glitter or anything to the top except for the stones, because I just wanted to keep with that vibe of just a little bit more masculine. Although I will say it is quite unisex, and I did have a lady buy a couple of bars already, specifically for one of her female friends who loves sandalwood and patchouli. So I got out my old trusty butter knife, and we're just gonna texture the top a little, trying to go for a little bit of a wave effect. And I used the wrong mold. I used a mold that I didn't have marked out, so I've actually just pulled out one of my marked molds and lined it up with this, just so that I could place my stones and try and get it right. And you will see later when I show the cut of the soap, whether or not I did get it right and I missed all the stones or not. I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you for watching my videos, for liking, for subscribing to my channel. It really does mean a lot to me, and you are the reason I do this. If you feel so inclined and you have not subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and leave a comment and let me know what kind of videos you're looking for, because I'm more than happy to take suggestions on either tutorials or day in the life, walkthroughs, I don't know, something different. I don't have tons of time this time of year due to my day job, but I definitely could work on some different content depending on what the feedback is, so let me know. And we're just gonna clean up the sides a little bit there because it drives me crazy. And like usual, I don't know when to stop. Does anybody know when to stop texturizing the top of their soap? Because it certainly is not me. Alright, so we are gonna get our gemstones on here. One of the things I really like about Amazonite is that they're all just a little bit different. Like you can see some are kind of blue, some are gray, some are orange. And apparently this stone can be found all over the place. It is mined in Russia, it's mined in the Amazon jungles. And there were some other places that it said as well where you can find it. But yeah, it is mined all over the world. And in case you're wondering, what I did was, to make the lines in my molds, I took my wire cutter and I just laid it on top of my wooden boxes, and I used a pen and I marked off the lines, and then I used a wood burner and just you know, did a little quick burn on each line, so that way when I take my soap over to my mold, it's just perfectly lined up with my wire cutter. Because you know how it is, the wires are not perfect. They're handmade, so the wires are not exactly 1 inch apart. And it works really well. And there we go, a beautiful wet soap top with some gorgeous gemstones. And here we are the next day. Isn't she beautiful? Or is it a he? I'm not sure. Ostara feels like a feminine holiday, but it feels like a very masculine soap. So we're just gonna cut this puppy, and I will be quiet so that you can hear the cut. And there we go. And look how pretty it is inside. It came out exactly like I wanted. Very swirly, very delicate. A little ocean-like. Definitely what I was going for. This soap is currently available on my website. There are only 8 bars left. And I would just again like to take this opportunity to say thank you very much for watching my video, and there will be more to come very soon. I have so much content recorded that I just need to get to editing and get up on YouTube.